Hey everyone, are you sick and tired of guessing how your keywords are performing? Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to integrate Google Search Console into Google Analytics to find out exactly how your keywords are performing. So whether you're an SEO professional or you're just a beginner, stick around because I'm going to walk you through the process from start to finish. So let's get into it. So to get started, I have just a little bit of bad news. Google Analytics actually can't track keywords. Ridiculous, right? But don't worry, there's a free workaround using another Google tool called the Google Search Console. And the other good piece of news is that you can actually integrate these two systems together to make sure that you're getting all of the insight that you need to understand where your keywords are ranking online. So it all begins with making sure that your website is integrated correctly with Google Analytics 4 as well as Google Search Console. And if you have a WordPress site, which most of you do, it's super easy to be able to integrate and set up a Google Search Console account as well as analytics. And I'm going to walk you through that right now. Okay, so here I am inside of the backend of one of our WordPress sites, and there's a plugin that Google has actually created to make this incredibly easy for you. So in order to find this plugin, you're just going to go to plugins here on the backend and go to add a plugin. And when you get here, you're going to want to search for SiteKit and hit enter. And you'll see here on the left-hand side that there's a SiteKit by Google. Make sure that the publisher is Google, but this is the plugin that we want to install. So go ahead and install and activate this plugin. Now, once this plugin is activated, you'll see that you have a SiteKit admin dashboard here on the top left. So if you click that, it's going to say, hey, let's sign you in, right? So if you already have a Search Console account or you already have an analytics account, you're simply just going to use the Google account that it's attributed with. Now, if you have not set up an analytics account or a Search Console account, just put in the Google account that you want here and it will set them up for you if you don't already have them. So I've gone ahead and signed in with the Google account that I want to use for this website. And now Google's kind of walking me through a wizard, right? So it's going to verify the site ownership. It does it all automatically. All I have to do is click verify. And then it's going to ask me if I want to turn on the metrics on my dashboard, which I do because there is some really cool information that will be shown in your actual WordPress site, information that it will actually pull from Google Search Console and analytics. So it's actually pretty cool. I would recommend turning this on. And then right here, it's going to say, hey, do you want to set up Search Console? And yes, we do want to set it up. And then it will give you a congratulations that you did it all correctly. And I'm going to go ahead and click go to my dashboard. Okay, so now that SiteKit is set up, you can see that it's giving me some metrics here right on the dashboard of WordPress, which is actually pretty cool. It's showing me my traffic, all that kind of stuff. But basically now my website is integrated correctly with Search Console and Analytics. Okay, so now that our website is set up correctly with Google Search Console and Analytics, how exactly do you see how you're ranking for your keywords inside of Google? Well, we're going to do this by accessing Search Console directly. So inside of Google, you can literally just type in Search Console, and the very top result is the one that you want, Google Search Console Tools. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this. I'm going to click Start Now, and I'm just going to make sure that I'm logged in using the account that I want to log in. And you can see here that we have the website that we connected on WordPress here selected inside of our accounts inside of Search Console. Now, the way that you find your rankings for keywords is you click on the Performance tab here on the left. And when you click this tab, you'll see that keywords and queries are starting to come up, right? So the next thing you want to do is click this average position tile and it will highlight yellow or orange. Now it will show you the queries and actually show you the position of where you're actually ranking in Google. Another really cool thing that Search Console can do is it can actually export all of this data to a sheet. So if you go up here to the top right and you click export, you can choose to put it into a Google Sheet, an Excel sheet, or a CSV. So I'm going to go ahead and just pick Google Sheet to make it really easy on myself. And it's important to note that Google Search Console is going to pump out about 1,000 rows. So just be aware of that when you export this to a sheet. But now you can see I have all the data that I want, right? Here are the keywords that I'm ranking for. How many clicks do they get? How many impressions do they get? What's my click-through rate? And then here is what you're trying to find out, which is what is the position that you're coming up on Google for these keywords. So because I have this in a spreadsheet, I could sort this, by the top position to the lowest position. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So now that I've sorted this, you can see here all the keywords that I'm ranking, in the number 1 spot, down to the number 10 spot. But this is how you do this. So through Search Console, you can get the actual position of where you're ranking for on Google for a specific keyword and query. If you made it this far, please make sure that you hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you'll be notified when we put out more helpful content like this. So as you can see, finding out the position of your keyword is incredibly easy to do inside of Search Console. So while we just went over the importance of finding out where your keywords are ranking online, what if you could actually find out what keywords your competitors are targeting to make sure that you're being competitive or out-competing them in that space? Well, if you want to find out how to do that, make sure that you watch this video where we go over from start to finish how to find out the keywords that your competitors are targeting and what you can do to get ahead of them. So make sure you watch this video, and I'll see you over there.